Okay, Rabbi said, Parshas Yisroel. The pasuk says there's a parsha from Kabbalah HaTorah, as we all know, that the Torah Akdosha tells us in the prelude to Kabbalah HaTorah. So the Torah says, amazingly, that Klal Yisrael, when they came to accept the Torah, everybody knows the famous Chazal. B'chodesh Shlishi Perek Yutes, it says Bnei Yisrael Mi'eretz Mitzrayim B'yom Hazeh Bo'u Midbar Sinai. They came to Midbar Sinai. Yisrael Refidim. They left Refidim. They avoid Midbar Sinai. V'yachum Midbar V'yichan Shom Yisrael Neged Ha'or. V'yichan Shom Yisrael. Rashi says in the pasuk, Bein, V'yisrael Refidim Lama Hushuk La'achso L'Faz Me'echen Nosu. V'halok Kvar Nemar. It says beforehand, Sherefidu Hayu Chayim. We know they were Refidim. Why does the Torah have to tell us? V'yisrael Refidim. We know they were Refidim. That's where they traveled from beforehand. Says Rashi, El Lahakish Nisiyonim Refidim L'Biyos L'Midbar. See Midbar Sinai. Ma Biyos L'Midbar Sinai B'tshuva. Av the Siyos Refidim B'tshuva. Joe too, the Siyah for Refidim was B'tshuva. Just like the Biyos L'Midbar Sinai was B'tshuva, so too the leaving Refidim was B'tshuva. The question is, where was the tshuva of Biyos L'Har Sinai? Where was the tshuva of Biyos L'Har Sinai? So I say to ask this question. So I thought to myself that the answer is in the next Rashi of the next pasuk. It says, "Vayichan Shom Yisroel Neged Hahar." Says Rashi, Ki ish echad b'leiv echad. Like one man with one heart. The rest of their gatherings was with complaints and with disturbances or machloikes between them. So I wanted to say a very nice insight that L'maisa, this is the core that they came to be Hasina B'tshuva, because they came ki ish echad b'leiv echad. What's that to do with tshuva? Where's the tshuva? What does that do with tshuva? Tshuva is maybe we would say in Bein Lamokoim, Bein Lachaveiroi. There was tshuva, but the tshuva has to be Masha Bein Lamokoim also. So I wanted to say like this, Rabbi said, that the makor of all relationship issues is one yesod, midos. All relationship issues, the makor, the yesod of all ba'ayot, of all problems in relationships and ben olam lachaveiro is midos. That is the problem of all. Any time we have differences, any time there's shalom bayit problems, it's all about midos. As Rav Sheinberg used to say, he used to come to couples and say, we don't see eye to eye. So Rav Sheinberg used to say, Avot, you're only looking with one eye. You have to look at the person with both eyes. That was his bar. But another pshat, we don't see eye to eye. We don't see eye to eye. Because the capital I is the problem. We don't see eye to eye. Each one's into their iPhone. And therefore they don't see eye to eye. They're not texting each other. So it's not eye to eye. It's eye to the neighbor. But it's not eye to eye. What's the pshat? It's because the capital I, Rabbi said. It's the capital I. You're into yourself, gaiva, selfish, all about what I need, my needs. Right, selfie. Do you want to take a selfie? Exactly. That's beautiful. That's another thing. Why is it selfie? Even if you're taking a picture with somebody else called a selfie, it's interesting sound. But it's all about you. That's what it's about. It's not about the other guy in the picture. You want to take a selfie? There's 5 people in the picture. That's all about you. It's a good word. Excellent. It's all about selfish. You want to take a selfish? That's what it's about, Rabbi side. Mido is supposed to listen to the hair, Rabbi side. Gemara look that one at time. Memela, that's the sort of it. But Lemais, I want to say further. Not only are relationship issues with us and people, but our relationships between us and the Bein is also everything is midas rois. That we're not ready to be mevatel to ourselves. We're also selfish, right? The pasuk, the first Gemara, the Gemara says in Shabbos 31a. The Gemara says they came to Hillel, first to Shammai. A ger came to him and said, "Teach me Torah 1 foot." Bring me a Shabbos, please. To teach me Torah 1 foot. So he said, Beis Shammai said, I can't do it on 1 foot. But what Beis Hillel say? My desani loch, l'chavrecha lo savid. What you don't want to be done to you, don't do to your friend. Frekt Rashi, what does that have to do with being other than Malka? Very nice. How's that called Torah cool? So he told, this is what you have to know again. You want to know Torah? That's the whole Torah. The rest go learn. You have to resort out. What does that have to do with Torah? What does that have to do with Torah? Bein Lamakoi. Says Rashi. This olach sar lechav lesavid reacha v'rea avicha al tazoiv. Zakadosh Baruch Hu, who's your best friend? The Yerushalayim. Al tavo drosh alecha soni sheyavo charad. He's your best friend. So Ben Olam Lamokoim, the Makar is also Midas. So it's beautiful now. If they came to Har Sinai, Ki ish echad b'leiv echad, the only way you can merge Ki ish echad b'leiv echad, that'd be a tikkun Midas Hashaleh. Maybe it was a tshuva klapi Ben Olam Lamokoim also. It's a tshuva klapi Ben Olam Lamokoim. That's the answer. The Vayichan Shom Neged Hashar was Ma B'Yosel Hasidim B'Tshuva. We didn't say they were saying their Klabi Al-Chay. They were sacking their midas to the highest level. It's not shaykh to be a key She'echad B'Leiv Echad if you don't mamish fix up your midas in Gansin. And once those midas are fixed up, you metaken the shoyrish of all Averis. Not just Bein Olam Lamal Chaver, Bein Olam Lamal also, because the shoyrish of all midah of all Averis is in midas of Islam. Gaiva, Taiva, all midas rois, Kas, that's what we say, that's what we do Averis. Gaiva and Kas and Taiva, all the midas that need to be Smasakin and Kino, all that gets us to be do Averis of Boisa. Whether Bein Olam Lamal Chaver, so that's B'Yos and Tshuva. If they were there, they wanted to be Kabul Torah, and they knew to be Kabul Torah, they had to be Ke'echad, because the Torah Echad. Parnas Echad Nosnon, Chagika Gimel Beis, and they gave it to one parent. It's one Torah from one God to one nation. That's given that case. So they had to merge and become Ish Echad B'Leiv Echad. The only way was the ticket of Midos, and that was the ticket of all the shirish, of all the Averis of Beis Hamikdash. That was the tshuva. It's a tshuva shleim in there. It's B'Yosel Hasinos with tshuva. And this is the yesod of everything Rabbi say. If we want to be able to, in any relationship, and we're extending the relationship with the Yerushalayim, because the person wants to be a be'emes, a true relationship with the Yerushalayim, the only way is to work on a midas Rabbi say. It's not enough just to okay, I'm a chazik and this and chazik that'll last, band-aids. You got to get to the shorish of all Averis. The shorish of all Averis is the midas Rabbi, midas voice. The church, especially, but the Baruch gave us that's murdered, or the Baruch gave us the opportunity to have the relationship with people, and in order that should help us feel what I'm saying. Because when we develop just the same word that the Medrash Hagadol says in parsha Shmuez, the same Yisoy, that if I'm gaiva towards my friend, the gaiva is going to continue. If I'm selfish towards my friend, I'm selfish to the Baruch. When it comes to me or the Baruch, it's me again. Right? So it's always going to be the point of meeting the boy said. So that could be the pshat the goin. That the ikka biyasa, the goin says, the tachlas, the person coming to this world is the sak and his midas v'im love lama loy chayim. So So you have different pshatim, but here people will say it's murdered because if you're not misakin the midas of Boisai, so then at the end of the day you're not going to reach the shleimus avodas Hashem. It's always going to be a chatzitza between you and avodas Hashem. You have to work on your midas. And therefore, Rabbi said this time we decided those who want to join are welcome. On Tuesday this week we're not having, because Tuesday this week we're having the Shmuez. Maybe starting next week we're having Mitzvah Shem a Tuesday night at 8:45. We're having a vad, a special vad in midas, working on midas, about different midas with uvdas. We'll see when you get to Tuesday nights at 8:45. Those who want to join are welcome to join a midas vad, to work on different aspects of our midas, to masakin, and to get down to break the midas of Boisai, to work on the midas, and to get down to the shoyrish, and to work and to uproot the midah raw of Boisai and get rid of it. I mean, every midah of Boisai is what's called midas, for Rosh say, because it's characteristics, it's measurements. It's midas, it's measurements, and about it there's a mokum to use each midah in the right way. But a person has to work on it, because that's the tikkun of us. You want every person working on this. What should I work on, Rabbi, this year? Should I work on this? You have to work on midas, Rabbi. That's the sort of everything. If we work on midas, we can sakin everything, make shleimus, Rabbi. If we don't, it's not shayr, Rabbi. But especially in relationship with Rabbi, we needed Rabbi to have be successful relationship with our children, with our wives, with our parents, with our friends, with everybody. Midas is what's in between Rabbi. You have to have our way. It has to be done this way. The person has to be on top. He has to be the one in charge. He has to be. You have to know. Maybe you are, maybe you aren't, but whatever. But you have to be sakin to get to the Yisroel Rabbi. And that's the way a person. Many people would think, that people were born, perfect, but they're not. All the people they worked. The people, even Rav Moshe finds me the book about, he was God. Avad, he worked. He said many times, he worked on Belsky. It was your side today. The place it's just that they had a certain need that he had to work on and become patient. Especially, he was a big genius. But to be able to work on a person's midas and really be humble and really work on understanding the other person and not getting so excited, it has to be your way. And just one story, Pastor Telovo, he says over here in the book, page 51a. One day Rabbi was in his classroom learning when a man entered related. He worked for a talmud of Belsky. I remember they said this story at the Levaya. This guy worked for a talmud of Belsky. Occasionally, he would speak disparaging of Rav Belsky, and even told Rav Belsky the negative comments he made. His boss warned him that he would be fired if he continued such conduct. The boss said, if you talk against what's it called? The boss told him, the boss was a talmud of Rav Belsky, and this guy was talking to the Rabbi, saying all these comments about Rav Belsky. He said, if you continue this practice, I'm going to have to let you go. But it continued, and the boss fired him. So the man came to Rav Belsky. This guy who was putting down Rav Belsky came to Rav Belsky to ask him if he could intercede and speak to the boss, get his job back. Rav Belsky called his former talmud in the presence of this guy. You have fired this man for the sake of my honor, he said. If you're really concerned for my honor, then give this yid back as parnasa. What is that? Person's guy, but you did the right thing. Cover that Torah. If Belsky say you really care about my honor, let the yid have parnasa. That's more important. That's the burden. Okay, after work, what's the? But the mice, this person works on his midas of that. Honors we call Odom, Bein, you work on your midas. We work on our things, on our midas of gaiva, of humble, of anova, to work on kas, not to get angry when people do things. To work on amuna. These are things that are going to last us not only for our shleimus but also for our relationship. We'll get along with people. It's such a problem today. People have such anger, and such fighting, and such going on in yeshivas, in marriages, in relationship with bosses, and everything. Because some people can't get past their midah, and they can't get past it, and it affects everything. It affects their whole life. And not only do the people suffer, that's the people around you suffer, but you suffer, because you're not liked, you get into problems, there's issues in the house, you come home, it's not like a shmaka matzav, and it's all about one thing, it's It's all about one thing. You need this for this. Again, there are cases where who knows, but derech klal b'sai. All the people that are born in the magic how you speak to it, it's all about. I deal with these things all the time. It's all about comes down to one thing, midos. And a person works on his midos. I'm not saying it's easy, I'm not saying it's easy relationships, but if you work on your midos and you're successful at it, it's ashrecha v'ashrei. And if you don't, it's not going to be. It's going to be Gehenna Hashem Yirachim. But we'll see what we learned today. Chutz from the Indian. It's Bein Lamokoi Chaver Chareacho Madasani Lo L'Chavach L'Savit. You want to have a good relation with the bird. And this though, when it comes to the brother Yerushalayim, I'm Gaval. You're right, but Chaveroi. Dear, I have a little bit of a problem, Rabbi. You're right, relationships, but you should see my davening. My davening is unbelievable. It's all fake, but it's not fake, but it can't be. Because it's all one thing. If you don't have a good relation with people around you, it's not. And what's the Yisroel? Because if you're selfish, when it comes to davening, it's beautiful. You love. I love davening. Unbelievable. Unbelievable davening. You know why? It makes you feel good. You ask me for the Rosh, gimme. You know, it's all day about gimme. So why not? It's beautiful. Give me this and give me that, Rosh. But later on, the parsha whispers to you that maybe you could be moist in nefesh and give up your phone. What? Not that. I need it. Selfish-ies. I need it for my selfish-ies. Well, how can I do this for you, Rabbi? I need my selfish-ies. I'll take a selfie with you, Rabbi. Come. Selfie. I'll only be one in the picture anyway. Me and you. That's the Metzias of us. It's all good and fine and dandy when it's all about you. The davening is about you. You make it about you. But when it comes to Bein, the same selfishness is going to arise with us. It's not real relationship with the Bein. You like this because it makes you feel good. You like this thing. You like you feel good. Are you doing it for the Bein and the Shema, the Shem Hashem? You have to check that. If you're selfish and you're into your own midas noise, you have to really check that it's really for the Bein. If you learn to work on your midas and to be mevate and to give in and to do for somebody else, then you can have a true relationship with the Bein also. The sanachas, the chavach aloisavit, don't do what your friend doesn't like. Reach of Hashem. So it's not only about Bein Lahaveiroi. But Yisroel feeding is a tshuva, Rabbi said. The tshuva was a tikkun hamidus. Tikkun hamidus not only was goyren, a tshuva ben olam lamor chaveiroi, but a tshuva ben olam lachamok.